the UAR's exclusive buyer-broker agreement and agency disclosure. This is an important form because it helps a buyer and a buyer's agent set clear expectations about the representation the buyer's agent is going to offer on behalf of the buyer. Section 1 sets the term or the duration. I do want to highlight something right here. It'll set the scope of the buyer's representation. So in Section 1, it talks about Section 1A or Section 1B. It defines the scope of the representation as to either being a county in Utah, and you fill in the county or counties if it's plural, or, and I'll note, or a property specific, and you write in the address. Do not fill in both, because then it creates some ambiguity and conflict there. So if you want to write it for the entire county, so let's just use Utah County, you put in Utah. If it's a property located in Utah County, but it's only going to be property specific, you only fill in the address. So I just wanted to highlight that. There has been some confusion there. Even if the property is located in Utah County, only fill in the county. Section 2, this is another key point. It talks about the brokerage fee. No matter what you fill in here, and you fill in a dollar amount or you fill in a percentage of the purchase price, that will be the buyer's obligation. I want to be very clear about that. The buyer-broker agreement specifies that the buyer is responsible for the buyer-agent commission. Now, Section 2 also includes language that says the buyer's obligation to pay a commission to the buyer-agent may be offset by either the seller or some third party or the listing brokerage. And very often it's going to be the listing brokerage based on the MLS offering of a BAC. But I do want to make that very clear that ultimately the commission that's due to the buyer agent is owed by the buyer, not by the seller, not by the listing brokerage. But it certainly can be offset by either of those two parties. Outside of that, this form is really self-explanatory. It outlines the specific fiduciary duties that the buyer's agent owes to the buyer. It sets clear expectations about recommendations. It has language to outline any sort of dispute that may arise, and hopefully there aren't any. And it talks about the effective date. But the key components are going to be compensation, the scope of representation, and also the fiduciary duties as outlined under state law and embodied in this contractual agreement.